Welcome into the BSN Nuggets weekly breakdown series. I'm Allie Monroy here with Harrison Wynn, and we're going to take a look at the week ahead for the Nuggets. The Nuggets start their 4-game road trip in Charlotte on Wednesday night as they take on the Hornets, then travel to Atlanta to face off against the Hawks on Friday night, and finally travel to New York to take on the Brooklyn Nets and the Knicks over the weekend. Harrison, what's the Nuggets' biggest concern coming off of the loss against the Washington Wizards on Monday night?
Well, a couple things, Allie. After the game in the locker room, the talk, of course, was about the questionable flagrant foul on Nikola Jokic when he bumped Wizards head coach Scott Brooks about 30 seconds left in the game when he was walking back to his huddle. But the real reason the Nuggets dropped this game was the turnovers. 23 turnovers, resulting in 29 Wizards points. Nikola Jokic, he's going to wind up on SportsCenter a lot this year. He's going to have a lot of top 10 appearances with his flashy passes, but he had 7 turnovers against the Wizards. He's got to keep that number down. The Nuggets have to keep that number down as a team heading into this road trip.
Over the first 3 games, how do you think Paul Millsap and Jokic have been meshing together?
Well, like we've talked about, Allie, it's a work in progress. This is a totally new Nuggets offense this year. It has a different feel than it did a year ago. Jokic is still feeling his way through it, and Millsap is still getting adjusted to everything here. The good news is they both played really well against the Wizards. All the talk last weekend was about how Nikola Jokic had 0 points against the Kings, just 0-3 shooting. Was he going to find that offensive groove again? And he definitely did against the Wizards. 29 points for him. He came out firing in the first quarter as well, 12 points in the first quarter alone. And Millsap played a good game too. 17 points, 8 rebounds. He's played great on defense so far. He's the reason why this Nuggets defense has actually shown a lot of encouraging signs so far this year.
At the beginning of the season, Malone talked about Millsap and Jokic being on their 2nd or 3rd date. What date do you think they would be now?
Well, I'd say they're on their 4th or 5th date. I think they're probably officially in a relationship now.
Oh, wow, okay.
So they're taking some steps.
Good. Well, Harrison, what should we be watching during this long, long road trip?
Yeah, it's a really important road trip for the Nuggets. 4 games against all Eastern Conference teams. A lot of winnable games, too. You got to think they have to go 2-2 at a minimum. They should really go 3-1. But a couple things I'll be watching. I'll be watching the defense. I'll be watching Jokic and Millsap. Juancho Hernangomez was diagnosed with mono this week. He did not even make the trip with the team on the East Coast road trip, so they'll be without him. We could see new signee Richard Jefferson get his first minutes with the team. Another thing I'll be watching is the point guard play. It's been inconsistent so far this year. Jamal Murray's got the starting job, but he hasn't really done a lot to show that he earned it over the course of the preseason. Michael Malone has been that enthused with his point guard play in general, so we'll see what happens over these next couple games.
Make sure to keep your eyes on bsnnuggets.com all week for all of our coverage. For Harrison Wynn, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.